Wow, give it up for Diane Jean and Chris Glover. Right on. How about those servers tonight? We have James and Brandon doing a really nice job as well. It's true, I totally own a cafe, and I tell you, I've got so many dumb questions. People come in the cafe all the time asking dumb questions. My favorite dumb question is, the guest says, "Do you know where the bathroom is?" I say, "Yes." Walk away. No, I give them directions down the hallway and tell them that the bathroom's down the hall. When they still come back and say, "Where?" "Down the hall." I'm like, there's two doors. There's two doors. One's the back door, one's the bathroom door. If you open up the back door and see a car, please don't pee on it, right? Come back in, choose again. The other question that I find that is so ridiculous is when people come up to the counter, and I take great pride in all my food. They come up and they look at the menu and they go and they make this face. They go, "That French toast, is that any good?" And I'm like, wah, wah, wah. Wow, out of everything on the menu, you chose the one thing that totally sucks. You've got 30 seconds to choose something else. Choose wisely. Stay away from the pancakes. So, yeah, people, silly questions. I've just recently started going back to church, and I just realized that Jesus was a carpenter. Now, I knew he was a son of a carpenter, but I didn't realize that he was like a carpenter. And I'm wondering, why don't we talk about this more? And then I was thinking it's probably because the church doesn't want us actually getting down on our knees and praying for new furniture. Can I please have a handcrafted bar stool, Jesus? Please? No. I really think it's probably because nobody wants to picture Jesus bent over with a hammer with his butt crack showing. I'm pretty sure this is where that statement, "Jesus Christ, pull your pants up," that I used to hear in high school came from. So, yeah, I know. I probably offended half of you. I'm sorry. I have been going to therapy. I know, right? And it's because I have some daddy issues. And I'm just going to tell you that my dad was so selfish. I can't even believe he gave the actual sperm to have me. That's how selfish my dad was. But anyway, so I've been going to therapy, and you have to pick your therapist. You really do. And this last therapist that I was seeing for a while, she was very unconventional, super unconventional. So the first time I saw her, she hooked me up to a treadmill and had wires going to a monitor and had me jog in place. Now, just so we're clear, therapy for me is my safe place, okay? You know how hard it is to sob and cry from that deep, dark, down place while you're running in place for 45 minutes? Okay, the next time I saw her, she had me lift weights and talk about my family. It's really weird. The last time I saw her, I was squeezing this little stress ball, and she said if I did 5 sets of 10 at home, it would take care of my tennis elbow. It's like, you're a physical therapist, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, okay, so like, choose wisely. So I'm seeing this new therapist, and I kind of like her, except she can't remember my name. And I'm pretty sure she's schizophrenic. I definitely know she has a lazy eye. And so we're at therapy session, and I'm actually sitting on the couch. Thank you very much. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm crying like a baby, sobbing and sobbing. I've got snot coming out of my nose, tears rolling down my face, Kleenex everywhere. And she looks at me with her little eye like this and leans forward and says, "First of all, Lori, it's not your fault." And I said to myself, "I'm Lindsey. My name is Lindsey. I'm pretty sure that I'm Lindsey. Am I crazy because I can't see Lori? Is Lori here?" And then my insecurities got a hold of me, and I started thinking, is Lori prettier than me? Does Lori have bigger problems than I do? If Lori told that joke, would she get a bigger laugh? Oh Oh, goodness. So, I actually, I told you I own that cafe and I work like a rented mule. I work all the time. And I just never have enough time to do that thing that I used to do all the time, like it was my job. You know what I'm talking about? That thing that I actually dream about now and crave. And I look back at when I was younger and I used to do it all the time, and I could do it anywhere, any place, anytime. I could do it in the back seat of a car. I could certainly do it on the couch. I could do it on the floor. I could absolutely do it in the bed. And if I was creative enough, I'm sure I could have done it in the shower. And I'm going to tell you, folks, I didn't need a pill to help me do it. I could just do it. My girlfriends and I were talking about this the other night. One of my friends said last night that she had done it for 5 hours straight. And I said, shut up. Shut up. All right. So we start talking about girls are. One thing leads to another, and we start talking about positions. And I said my favorite position was face down in the pillow with my butt in the air. I could do that all night long. I'm not kidding. But I'm perfectly happy just to do it for 20 minutes. I'm okay with that. I really like it, though, if my husband stays on his side of the bed and I can just do it all by myself. That's my favorite, when he doesn't even touch me. And then sometimes when I'm really close and I know it's going to happen and it's going to end, I reach over, then I hit the snooze. I hit the snooze for 5 minutes. I hit that snooze for 5 minutes, for 5 more minutes, for 5 more minutes, for 5 more minutes, because sweet Jesus, I'm sleeping in! Because when you're 41, sleep is the new sex, everybody. And when I say that I need a nooner, I mean I need 5 minutes at lunchtime, just 5 minutes of snooze time. When I say that I am getting wet, I mean it's because I'm drooling. When I say that REM is the new O, I'm serious. I am so serious. Sleep is the new sex. I'm hitting that snooze. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, so I was at the lady doctor the other day, and here's the good news, you guys, is that everything's in working order, and everything seems to be working just fine. The bad news, because there's bad news, is apparently because of my age, the doctor said, Lindsey, based on your age, I was looking at your chart and I was crunching some numbers, and if you want to have a baby, your window of opportunity is coming to a close. Really? Yay! And I said, Doc, I'm going to need you to look at that window one more time because I'm pretty sure that I've closed it. Because I don't want to have a baby. Now, I know in my 20s that window was wide open, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Even in my 30s, that window was like a bay window, maybe even a revolving door. I shudder to think. Okay, so I need you to look at that window because I'm pretty sure I've closed it. I've weatherproofed, I've stormproofed that window. I've got like a sandbag kind of a diaphragm going on in there. I am married, so it's been some time since that window's been properly caulked or fogged up. But I am using the equivalent, the fertility equivalent of duct tape and plywood, so I'm pretty sure that that window is closed, and it's at least the size of a little peephole, so kind of fun. Anyway, so my husband and I just celebrated 2 years of marriage. You guys can clap for that, yeah. Totally celebrated 2 years of marriage by going to counseling, and yeah, it was a super big surprise for him, so. Anyway, we're both overachievers. We don't like to look stupid in front of people, so we normally talk about what we're going to talk about before we talk about it at counseling. And when you talk about what you're going to talk about before you talk about it at counseling, you normally work some stuff out. We don't want to waste anybody's time, so we normally make some stuff up. And this week, we just switched issues. And I played the role of a beer-drinking Darth Vader lover who's afraid of commitment. Yeah. And my husband played the role of a nagging bitch that never likes to go anywhere or do anything. So, fun. So, that marriage contract, right? Yeah? It's kind of exciting. Wouldn't it be neat if your marriage contract was like your cell phone contract that you have with your phone company? First sign of an issue, you just go down to that marriage kiosk and talk to that little kid behind the counter and let him know that, hey, it's not working out the way it was advertised. There's some big time communication issues. We're definitely having some reception issues. My husband's been pushing the wrong buttons. Dead zones. And I'm not getting enough bars. So, I was wondering if I might be eligible for an upgrade. And if not, I'm certain that I read somewhere that for $279 I could opt out of that forever. I'm just kidding. Thank you. So the idea that I actually might be out on the dating scene again is kind of freaking me out because I keep thinking about all those guys that I dated back in my 20s. I dated this veterinarian one time. Oh my God. Every time we would have sex and I would have an orgasm, he would say, "Good girl, good girl." He would touch me right here and my leg would go like this. Took me 5 years, and I'm not kidding, 5 years for me to stop circling a chair before I sat down. It was just a long time to get over that guy. So I also dated this guy that used to sing to me all the time to profess his love. He would be like, you know, all I need is the air that I breathe just to love you. Really? Because I'm going to need just a little bit more than that. And by the way, you don't bring me flowers. Ever. So I think that the world has made it very easy for men to buy flowers because you don't need to go to a florist anymore. You don't. You can actually be at Vaughn's. You could be at Vaughn's or at Ralph's or at Albertsons or even Food for Less and buy flowers at the checkout stand. You could be standing there picking up a lint roller, hairbrush, Tic Tacs, AA batteries, and oh, hey, there are some lovely daisies for my wife Lindsey. I should pick those up. But let me just tell you, if you have to choose between the daisies and the AA batteries, you always bring home the AA batteries, right? Don't make me take them out of the clicker. Come on. All right. Yeah. I'll wait for that. Okay. So I just recently, yeah, either that or the fire alarm, right? That's never good. Okay, so I just recently joined the gym, and I'm not going to be lying to you anymore. I haven't been to the gym since 1992. The last time I was at the gym, I was wearing spandex and a leotard that went up my butt on purpose. Okay? I am absolutely thrilled with all the things that the gym has nowadays. I mean, they've got like spin classes and Zumba classes, and I just signed up for boot camp. I'm going to Baby Got Back boot camp. Awesome. You know what we do at the boot camp? We bring our purses, and a guy comes and grabs them, and we just chase them around the park for a while. I also just bought a Tony Little Gazelle off the Home Shopping Network. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Tony Little Gazelle? Yeah? I got it home. This is what's really neat about the Home Shopping Network is that they don't tell you about all the hidden features with their equipment. And so I get this Gazelle home, and I set it up. Hidden feature. It instantly became a coat rack. It was awesome. Amazing. It goes really, really well with my Ab Circle Pro shoe rack and my shake weight hat stand. So, yeah, pretty cool. The last thing that I did to lose a little weight is I actually did this morning. I got up and I did some yoga. What a crock. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like yoga because I don't bend all those different ways. The idea of me becoming a gymnast at 41, that ship has sailed, my friend, absolutely. And I don't do all those poses, those bark at the moon and that downward facing cougar pose. Just kidding. The only pose that I really, really like is upright, standing Lindsey, facing the back door, going, this is a load of crap. Anyway, I'm Lindsey Palmer. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.